Were you able to catch the media tour that the Stud Buds went through on at the State Fair last night?
No, I saw a video of T walking a cow, but I didn't watch the stream.
Twitter sleuths say you have a new dog. Can you tell us about your new dog?
That's not a new dog. I've had him for 4 years.
Oh.
He just needs to be reintroduced to training. Yeah, he's going to doggy boot camp. He needs to go to juvie.
I feel like a lot of people have been asking you about the MVP and all of that, but Cheryl is also the coach of this team. Best record in the league, best offense, best defense. What kind of case does Cheryl have to be coach of the year for the back-to-back seasons?
I mean, I think she has a great case. Just the way that Cheryl, year after year, is able to put players together, put them in places to be successful, and honestly outperform our metrics every single year. This is the first year where we have been ranked number one coming into season. Last year they had us ranked not making playoffs, and we almost won a championship. So I think that is a huge testament to her coaching style, the way that she's able to make adjustments in games, the way that we're able to pull out in a lot of close games. A lot of that comes down to coaching. So I think without a doubt Cheryl should be the coach of the year.
Well, looking back to last year too, I mean, this team, I think that you guys were ranked like 8th coming into the season. You were really the only all-star on the team. Yes, yeah. Coming into last year. Just how impressive is it? I mean, this year, 3 all-stars, your MVP race, 2 players going for 6th player of the year, coach of the year. Just how fun has it been to see this team kind of flourish in the national eye too?
It's awesome. I think just getting the recognition that we always knew was there. We have always known how special it is here, and our ability to bring out the best in players. Cheryl, again, does a great job of knowing, people who are coming from other teams who may not have performed well on their teams but are coming here and are all-stars, like you said. Landon's up for, Defensive Player of the Year. Courtney's an all-star. T's, just everyone. And so I think it's just the culture here, the coaching, the level of expectation. It rises a player to be their best.
As you think back to last summer, dramatically different than this summer with the Olympics and everything. Can you still remember all that? Does it seem like a blur?
Yeah, it kind of feels like a long time ago, honestly. It was definitely just like a whirlwind. There was a lot going on, but this season feels the same schedule-wise. I mean, we added more games, so the toll on our bodies is the same, unfortunately.
What are your goals moving into postseason?
To finish strong. I mean, yes, we're ahead by quite a bit, but people are still playing for playoff spots. And also, you don't want to give people momentum going into the playoffs. Every game is still really important for us. We're still working on ourselves. We're not thinking about what other teams are doing. So we need to make sure that we are putting ourselves in the best position to start our playoff run.
This game on Thursday will be your first look at Seattle since they added Sykes to the lineup. What are the type of things she brings to that group, and how she changes their guard play dynamics?
She's obviously really quick, so having someone like that, it's hard to guard. She averages at Washington, I know, it was 10 free throws. I don't know if it's still there. So she's able to get into people's bodies. It's adding a really good player to a good team of players. I'm sure it's going to be our game.
Thinking of playoffs, is anything short of winning it all a failure?
I would say yes. Honestly, every year, a championship, if you don't win a championship, it feels like a failure because that is what your goal is. And especially this year, I know that we have what it takes. Last year it's just like every year you come in, you're going to do your best. You don't know what it's going to be like. We have a lot of new players. This year we kind of had an idea of what we were capable of, and we know that we are a championship caliber team. And so in the sense of our goal being a championship, I think it'll be a failure. But just like last year, the journey has been so amazing. So never taking that for granted, but we want to end it a little happier than last year.
A lot of players around the league have really credited Unrivaled of just opening their eyes to what facilities could be available, what proper training staff is. What sense of pride do you have in kind of showing that side of player development and just player health?
A lot of pride. And I think it's just great that we're opening up people's eyes to what it should be like. For so long we've been forced to accept less than what we should be. Everyone should have a practice facility. Everyone should have access to a gym 24/7. Everyone should have privacy when they're changing and not in front of strangers like the general public. So I think just even those simple things, we had players that had never experienced that. AT had been on Connecticut for 11 years. So I think it was great to do that. And then, I think it was something like 90 or 95% of our players have, are having historic stats in one category or another. And I think it's just a testament to how important it is to play against amazing players, and what we were offering with the best of players, the best of training staff, just trying to get players better. So I feel like we accomplished that.
I know it's a way out, but what is the expectations for Unrivaled this winter? Have you already started to kind of think of how that league is going to improve or grow this season?
Yeah, we have some exciting news coming soon about that, actually, so I can't talk too much about it. But definitely something we talked about from the beginning is, last year was our first year. We didn't know what we didn't know. So, improving the fan experience, improving the in-game and on-TV experience, taking into account the feedback that players had, doing that. So we have some cool stuff coming up for this year.
Collective bargaining, how is that going? Is there anything you can talk about there?
Feels like it's going same old, same old. We're not making a lot of progress. So definitely, it's unfortunate. Like the league, it's unfortunate. We obviously want to get a deal done. It feels like the league doesn't have that same urgency, and the deadline is quickly approaching. So, I feel like a lot of stuff has to get done. We're not really close right now.
Front Office Sports reported that the expectation is that the deal won't be done by that deadline. Kathy has mentioned, that deadline can be extended and changed before, but does it, have you seen a sense of urgency on the league side of things as that deadline, or is that
I have not seen a sense of urgency, no. The deadline can get extended. It's something we're going to talk about as players if we want to do that or not. I wish that they had just thought about this before when they knew that the deadline was there and not wanting to extend it. So, a lot of work still has to be done.